Cool. We're live.
Live. Coming to you live. We're doing it live.
And it's hot out. And it's miserable. And it's gross.
It is truly hot. Still don't have AC at my job.
I don't get how they do it.
Barely can do it.
It's 93 currently. 93 degrees at 6:30 p.m., which is 34 degrees Celsius.
Yeah.
It's gross. Smell my armpits.
Wow.
They're terrible.
Wow. You could sample that for gathering musk for men's deodorant and cologne.
Yeah, there you go. Bottle it up and sell it and
Man musk.
Tenaire.
Eau de toilette.
$59.99. No, $69.69 US dollars. There you go. Yes, that is love that he was willing to just put his nose right up in there.
Any closer, and that's only for the OnlyFans.
Yeah, right?
You seen that, Pit Love?
No, and I don't know if I want to see Pit Love.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
It's not about pit bulls, I'll tell you that.
I sure hope not. That'd be pretty gross.
Well, no, I meant it more like the Animal Planet way, where they go and save like pit bull rings.
But you're talking about like OnlyFans. So then when you say Pit Love,
okay, I wasn't referencing them incongruent.
Tina scared me.
The only one that can scare him.
Right.
I think I've scared you once.
Maybe. We're good, guys. Thanks for joining us. I don't know how long of a stream this is gonna be today because I'm exhausted. It's hot. I got the AC blowing right on me.
Hot as a summer sidewalk.
Hot summer sidewalk. So there's an episode of American Dad where I forget the wife's name is going to become a writer, and so she keeps saying it's like a hot summer sidewalk, and she says it over and over again in her like little novel that she's trying to write. So every so often Chase will say something and I'll be like a hot summer sidewalk. So he got me back today.
I just want to say it's been a while since I've seen Nickel 07.
Mm-hmm.
And I still in my head read it as Nipple 07. Nipple. I have I count change at work. Nickels at work. Nothing. Him. Nipples.
Maybe with the 07 there. I don't know. So it was 2 weeks since we last streamed, and a lot has happened in those 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
A lot has happened in 2 weeks. What is this hot thing you speak of? Yeah, outside it's like I said, 6:30 at night in the evening, and it's 93 degrees still, 34 degrees Celsius for those of you who are American and didn't celebrate America Day yesterday.
Yeah, that's when the United States was born. Don't you know?
Don't you know? Was it really born though on the 4th?
But don't you know? If you listen to the people, open up your windows. It's not like Belle saying bonjour to everyone. This thing was today America was born.
Yeah, so I'm wondering how many forest fires we started last night with all the fireworks that went off. That'll be an interesting one to find out on the news soon on like how many things are burning now because of it. Because America, we're land of the smart, SMRT, smart.
There's someone that was on my Instagram, and normally I wouldn't think he would ever complain about this, so I was a little shocked. Where it's usually very I would say probably more anarchist side, but at the same time he's someone who is this American government and this world is really just out to destroy us. But at the same time, it's equally well, why don't y'all just calm down? It's just we're just in the United States. So I was like, what is your viewpoint actually? But that he's is a picture of him at a pool, and he's like, wow, for all you people who say that this isn't real Independence Day or we're not all free, I hope you're enjoying yourself. And he's someone of color, and I want to be like, do you not? Okay, you must not see the world or the news at any point, or even the state that you're in and all the problems that happen. But okay, sure, we're all free in your eyes.
Yeah.
So that's my little rant about like people who continue to be like, y'all sensitive, people who just keep worrying about like all the people who are free in America, but we're free. And it's like, all right, sure. That's my rant. Sorry. The dogs did not handle it well.
No.
Well, one dog.
Yeah, Noki's the only one who's like super skittish on a lot of things, and so Bailey and Gizzy, they could kind of care less. Noki though, every little bang he freaks out at. No, screw you, King Crew. Hope you're doing well. No, so Noki, he wasn't as bad last night as I thought he'd be.
It was the night before.
Yeah, the night before he was a little bit worse. He'll like grumble and he'll run up to us and press up to our side and be kind of shaky and stuff like that. I feel like he was almost worse during like that really bad thunderstorm a while back where he was straight up shaky.
His thunderstorms get him scared. I feel like fireworks make him more defensive.
Yeah.
So he does a thing where he kind of like tromps around like the apartment and he'll growl a lot more. Trump.
Okay, I was gonna say, how dare you?
But it's really funny seeing him because once more I'm still used to like big dogs, even though I've been around them for like 2 years. So I see him like goes like this basically, and I'm like, it's like you're trying to stomp.
Yeah.
But you're so small, it does nothing.
I think the biggest question would be, how did Surf handle the fireworks?
Oh, excuse us, sir.
Yeah, did you go hide under a bed, or were you pretty good with it? And no, so 2 weeks since we last streamed, and speaking of Noki, wow, he took a turn for the worst suddenly last week. Chayse was heading out to Indiana for a drag show.
Indiana.
And so Friday, not this past one, the one before, Friday, he messages me right before he goes saying, I believe Noki pooped in the apartment and it's got blood in it. And yeah, that was quite the news to deal with. And so I worked all weekend and had to deal with Noki, and it was a point where marked a lot and ignored them otherwise. I like that.
Good for you.
It was to a point where like so much blood was coming out that I had to full on bathe him, and so I dry him and he gets out, and for whatever reason, whenever Noki gets a bath, like Gizzy's all up on him. He's trying to like bury his nose into Noki's fur, just trying to sniff everything, and not sure if the mannequin is running or doing this, but see, I forgot to change it, damn it, because of one video he's like, the mannequin in that position looks like it hurts. I'm like, he's doing the Daffy Duck.
Maybe he's doing like a herky.
A herky?
Like, you know, it's a cheer thing.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, so Gizzy's sniffing him, and Noki just goes to turn around and like bark at him like he does, and when he did that, like blood just shot out. And
for reference, you were talking to a vet tech about this too.
Not yet.
Oh, okay. But like, I know like you went to.
Yeah. So this happened where it shot out of him, and then he went running into another part, and it was just like dark blood. And so I'm freaking out. I'm messaging Chayse. I'm messaging another of my friends, saying like, this is what's going on. And luckily, a general manager from another iFly was in town, because we don't have a general manager right now, and his wife is a vet tech. So then on Sunday, he was talking with me on like the things that we could do. So I cooked up some rice that night, and it seemed to kind of help a little bit, but I washed him Sunday night as well, and then Monday I ended up having to wash him, I think, 5 times because it was all over his fur. And so, of course I'm freaking out, and gave him the rice a little bit on Sunday night, and then Monday morning he didn't want to eat it all. Monday night we cooked him rice, chicken,
carrot.
Yeah, it was boiled chicken, boiled carrots, and boiled sweet potatoes. And we gave it to him, and he ate that up. And so he ate Monday night. He didn't poop all day Tuesday.
That was freaky.
Yeah, so we're like, what's going on? And he didn't poop most of Wednesday, and finally Wednesday evening, he finally did. because I got home from work a little early and I took him out, and you were, I don't know where you were. Oh, you were over at I think your boss's.
Oh yeah. My
And
meeting
so he finally had a good poo, and it looked good, and so he's doing better. But I mean, for like the whole weekend was freaking out, and now Gizzy yesterday started to poop blood, and he looked kind of. I don't know if he got stung by a bee or something, but his face was swollen a few days ago, and that kind of went down. And he was looking kind of just sad and depressed, and so yeah, yesterday then he started to poop the blood and had to wash him last night. And today he ate his regular food, and seems pretty spunky, but he's not pooing. He seems like he wants to, but so now we got to watch on Gizzy to see how Gizzy's doing.
Yeah, it's a lot of up and down. I remember because literally like driving to the area I'd go to in Indiana was like a 7-hour drive. And it was already like 6 o'clock, and I had to go pick someone else up over in St. Paul, which is like a 30-minute drive, 40 minutes with traffic. And so I'm like sitting there like, I don't know what to really do, and I have to get going like now because I'll be hitting like the place I had to go sleep at like 2 or 3 a.m. And it was so crazy. And then you're pulling like 10 to 12-hour days.
Yeah.
And so it's like, what the hell do we do now?
Yeah.
Like, and the show that I was in was a pretty penny. If it was a cheaper show, I probably honestly would have just said I can't go.
Right.
But I made over $300 that weekend, and so it's like I gotta go do the show. And so it's so much. And now magically he is better. He's spry. He's energetic.
It's like you were talking about me. I thought I'd come over.
And then Gizzy's not feeling too great, which is funny because at first I'm like, okay, did they both eat something? But they have such opposite habits.
Right.
He's like a vacuum, and Gizzy is not at all.
No.
He'll barely eat his food unless you have meat or like really sugary treats for yourself. He will not care about anything else. So I'm like, did Noki eat something? And then when he got sick, I'm like, okay, well, maybe this is like some weird bug that maybe they got at the dog park because nothing else makes sense. I usually try to keep any of like the stuff I use to work with, like glues, adhesives, and plastics away as much as possible.
Yeah.
And we don't really drop a lot of food at all, especially stuff that's not like dangerous for them.
Right. And if we're eating, we're usually hyper vigilant because Noki's usually like right there. So the second that we possibly might drop something, we know because we grab it right away. Yeah, you.
Yeah, so
so kind of hoping it's just a random bug where it's not something going on where, we did find a little plasticky type measuring spoon
on the floor.
Yeah, that we were like, hopefully they didn't chew on something like that and swallow it and it like tear up their insides. So,
but like I said, after the food and him, he's magically better. He's spry, and Gizzy seems to be moving through his a little faster.
Yeah, he's still. Yeah, today he's been pretty spunky outside. He was still running around and being goofy and whatnot.
And also Bailey has no symptoms.
Yeah.
So like, it's something where like, that's the portion like, well, if it's a bug, wouldn't you think the other dog, the old dog, would get it, not the younger ones? But apparently not. This is the point where like I would understand, and like I raised like 6 dogs, where like we're usually pretty flexible and good about getting them to vet and like appointments and taking care of them sick. Now I'm like, I have no clue.
Yeah,
I don't get it.
Yeah, we're talking about you, buddy.
Yeah, you're just a bundle.
You're making me really warm though. So there was that going on. You had a show on Thursday night. And then you had, not this past Thursday, Thursday before.
I had a show on Thursday.
And then you had the Indiana show.
And then prior to that, I traveled up north.
Oh, yeah, and then you were traveled up north. And then me, I've just been working long days. We extended our hours, so on Wednesdays and Fridays, a lot of times I'm starting at like 10 in the morning, so I'm usually up by like 8:30, get to work by 10. And then not getting home until like 9 or later.
Right.
So.
Which was like initial really great because I think you were told what you would get like 20-something hours, and now you're basically.
I'm pretty much full-time hours. Yeah. I think this pay period, before the furlough, I was lucky if I averaged like 32 to 33 hours a week, because full time for us is 32 hours. So
Yeah.
now I think I'm averaging like 38 hours a week, or maybe even a little bit more. I think this past pay period, I think I'll be at like 72. So just a little over 38, 39 hours, whatever that is, 36 hours. Math. Yay.
Yeah. Those things.
So been busy with that, and I've seen people like text me, and I've seen people message me on Discord, and I come home after a day like that, and I'm done.
Yeah,
Like
you're
I lay
cooked.
down on the couch, and I might eat something, and I really have not been online at all. Today I did, because I wanted to watch Chris's premiere.
Aww.
He had a good one today. I liked it.
Yeah.
Dude, Chris, you got to do more triple songs like that or something. It was a good length video, and it was nice to just sit back. Like, I woke up, took the dogs out, and got my coffee going, and then his premiere was going. And I just sat here in front of the AC, just like relaxing after the long weekend, and him playing his music, and I loved it. It was great. It was like, there was nothing better than sitting back listening to him just play on the piano.
It's so funny because like my longest day is literally your first day off.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So putting in some long hours and then days off, I've been trying to get, either caught up with rest or chores. Oh, I forgot I did a little watermark logo on the YouTubes. So my skydiver person is on there twice. And
yeah.
I think I'd have to go here. No, it's not there. So I have to figure out what that is. I have no clue what that one would be. Oh, boom. There, no, it shouldn't be two up there. But now the one, though, is in the chat section. See that?
That's okay.
Because I put a little watermark on there now, so then that way when the YouTube plays the videos, it puts the little skydiver Tanner up there watermark. Yay! Double the Tanner, double the fun.
Speaking of double fun, I'm just telling everyone it's my favorite thing to talk about right now. So I've been purchasing, like, I've just been doing mass purchasing, because I got a raise at my job again, because the initial promotion I had a coworker who just had, they just had a quick change of things because they were going towards their degree, and, we're working in a coffee shop, so we're like, we get it. But so then I got a raise, and my promotion went from being like basically where there's two like co-managers, and now I am like a full-time manager, which has been an interesting time. It's like it's simple task compared to what other managers have to do at other stores, but for me, with the amount of interface and the amount of like effort I have to put now in technologically, it is like always like, for me it's not stressful, but it's more than I've had to ever deal with, like dealing with vendors and having like back and forth conversations with people and having constant like streaming conversation with like my boss and kind of just being vigilant of things. It's very new for me, but it's also exciting. Very happy about it. But so with that, I've just been using that little extra that I've been getting now, and
dude, he's staring at me right now.
It is romance. This dog is in love with him, I tell you. Oh, sorry, I'm talking about you now. Oh my god.
I wish they could see his faces.
Just staring at me like, could you stop? Privacy. But so I've been kind of just making purchases towards my drag and like buying lots of things to craft so I can make my own stuff now. And so I bought these tongue pieces.
You should just go.
I should go get it. It's better to show.
Go grab those pieces and go grab all the damn.
I can't grab all of that.
Well, I can't grab all of it, but it is pretty good. And you can make the parachute. And I was actually doing the same thing, because I went into the YouTube studio area and I was like, oh yeah, I was trying to show Chase where the 2 watermarks were. And when I was going, it was the timeline. And so, yeah, I saw it going up and down. I was like, oh, that's weird. And so I was kind of digging around with it too when we were telling you guys, what are you doing? You are being very bizarre right now. So yeah, things have just been busy, which I'm liking. I'm liking the busy. I've gotten a lot of people to buy return flyer packages and taking my business card. So hopefully I'm training a lot more people really soon, having coaching students inside the wind. I had a family come in the other day that flew phenomenally, and that was a lot of fun to see them doing. And it's, there were times where during the pandemic, I think I told you guys this, that I was like, do I even want to go back to work? I'm getting older for this. Do I want to injure my body with some of the things that are going on in there? It's not something I can do retiring. But I was going back to work like, I don't want to go to work. I'm not excited for this. And I've really changed the mindset to actively start thinking like, I love my job, which I already knew I always did. But in the morning, rather than being like, I'm too tired, be like, today's going to be a great day. I'm going to have amazing flyers. This is going to be so much fun. And like with certain groups of people that come in, there's times where you're kind of like, oh no. But instead, I've been changing my mind to, nope, this group is going to be fun. They're going to fly great. It's going to be whatever. And all my classes have been just so much fun. You still get like this little kid. I'm taking him up on a high flight, and he has like no leg muscle whatsoever. So when he's flying on his normal wind speed, his legs are just kicking. And if you watched my time-lapse video, you see how I take people in and how I'm holding them. Little kids, yeah, there is a tendency where sometimes they'll get a foot to the back of the head, while they're flying, and, that's why we wear our helmets and whatnot. But I usually, when we go to do a high flight, their legs won't kick too much. Usually they're just kind of there, or for some reason, all of a sudden their legs are magically straight or something. I'm going up on the high flight with this kid, and I just hear, I'm going around and I just feel tunk, and I'm like, oh, there it was. I'm coming down with him. We start to go back up, another tunk on the back of the head, just a foot right there. So I get down, it doesn't hurt because, like I said, I'm wearing a helmet, but I get down and everyone's like kind of looking, and I just go like this to my helmet, like, what? And they all start laughing, and so it's taking a moment like that where it's not a good flyer. You're doing what you can. It's just not happening. He had a lot of time in the wind. I even put him down on the net to try to get him to straighten his legs and to hold and he still wouldn't. He'd kind of get him out. And when I put him down on the net, like the wind speed's usually significantly lower, enough for them maybe to just be kind of hovering on the net without too much friction. But his legs were still going. He couldn't straighten them for the life of him. I don't know how he stands or walks around, but and there, it's so the front of his half of his body flew great. So when I was in there, what we do is, like if their arms are fine, is I might take my arm and kind of like weave it between their legs and then just hold them by like the flight suit pants of their legs, so the front half of their body can fly. And so that was going great, but Tim, no.
Not so much.
The legs. But all right, we could show him. We could show him the wonderful, fabulous stuff that you're going to be doing for drag.
That I find online. I love online shopping, by the way.
For going over there.
It's one of my favorite things in the world.
Me
I
too.
love finding all the random things. Like right now, I'm searching for teeth. I have found a bunch of fake resin teeth.
By at first it was the real teeth, which I am very disturbed by. Anyways, go on.
So I bought a bunch of resin, like fake teeth. I am looking at some real teeth, some gnarly disease-ridden teeth from Etsy. I'm very happy about it. But I started with resin. I thought I'd start on the normal level. But anyways, so I hope this is not make anything happen.
No,
so I got these mouthpieces. They're mouth gags. They keep open for blowjobs. I'm gonna use them so I look like I have like lips and mouths on my body. So I love these things. It's like I have one of these things hanging off of my costume. So I can have like, because I'm trying to find like body parts and stuff like that without sounding like Jeffrey Dahmer, you know? Like I'm really just want the extension. And so I'm just so excited with finding those. They're very fun. I saw this one where it's like a little bigger, because that is a sex toy. That is something you're supposed to put inside you. But I want it on a costume instead.
Hi, little welcome to this wonderful conversation we're having right now.
I just have a dream of like this. Like to give the effect.
Oh my god.
And I just, it just reminds me how much I love myself.
And you're gonna put them through the mouth things too, or something?
The mouth things. Well, I've kind of decided now that I decided that maybe I actually wanted to like put rows of teeth around them, because I feel like that would be more gnarly and disgusting. And then like I'd put the lips in other places. Hey, little wolf. I'm just an artist doing artist things.
I don't know if did we. I think we did tell them about your Lady Gaga teeth song, right?
I don't ever. I talked about it. I don't have the panties in here right now, but like
panties.
But I do a song by Lady Gaga, Teeth, if anyone's ever heard, and I do like this whole striptease number. And like I wear like this nice velvety dress, and I take it off, and I'm wearing like a corset and a fun bra and like some garter belts. And then I take my panties off, and underneath I made this like panties so it's nude, so it's not the most matchy, but it's supposed to be like skin tone, so it's my body as far as it goes. And it's instead of a normal vagina, it's just an opening with teeth. And it's like favorite number, and so I'm just trying to go more gnarly, but I'm not trying to like, I don't want to like, because I hate the thing where I don't want to obstruct body parts too much, where like some people maybe think that I'm making fun of like genitalia and poking humor at it. Oh my god,
genitalia!
And so instead I'm like, I want to become more obscure, something a little more grotesque. So I want to find like a mesh bodysuit where I can also create mouth pieces with the teeth, so I have like some closed grit teeth parts, and then I have other parts that have like tongue sticking out of them, and I just have a dream. I have a dream of just being nasty and gnarly.
Dentata.
It is very much an ode to the movie Teeth, if anyone has seen, which I think is a fantastic movie. Also mildly uncomfortable because I feel bad for the girl, but she gets them.
Yeah, she gets them. Now he wants to watch Teeth.
It's such a good movie. There's like when you watch it, you go like, this is actually a really great way to talk about, because there's certain subjects that go into the movie Teeth. They talk about like how women are treated, to like how they're viewed, and they talk about rape culture, going anywhere from like someone like, I think it's like her family member to her best friend to like her gynecologist. And then her just being like, I'm out to screw over any grotesque human being now. And she takes it as her personal mission. So, like, I love it. And so now I just want to be gnarly and nasty, too. And do you know what? When I was in Indiana, which was a crowd mainly of coworkers who came to party, and old ladies, and then some gay people. Small amount of gay people. Mostly just, like, older people. They loved it. They loved it. Those elderly people... What they had
were
left
they eating it up?
Well, what they had left of teeth, they were excited for.
Give me a denture, sweetie. I'll take them.
Like I let someone stuff $1 in my corset. It was a fun time. It was a really good time. That show had a lot of twists and turns in it, though.
Yeah,
because we had a show director's family member who she has a blood pressure issue, and her blood pressure dropped because I think she might have gotten too excited. She did not. Pass out. We had an ambulance called. We had people coming in taking care of her. Someone tried giving her CPR. She like swatted them in the face and then winked at them. And then her levels came back to normal relatively quickly, actually. But they just went to go watch her and observe her. And then we had some issues out in the parking lot later on. But it was like, otherwise, it was a great show. The person who was like the event planner there, stressed out the whole night, comes back to us later and he goes, that was such a great show. We should do this in October. And I was like,
You were just stressing the hell out and you want to do it again?
literally sweating bullets. And you're like, this was fun.
Which was weird because, like, you guys had the ambulance called there. We had an ambulance called at our job, too, because something didn't happen in the tunnel. It was that during check-in, this lady just randomly, like, passed out, fainted, and it was shortly after she had her weight done, and when she came to or something like that, or before she passed out, she made a comment of like how she lost 10 pounds in like a week, and she was not a like she was already a tiny girl,
Yeah.
and so I don't know if she was trying to lose weight or not, but it was like, that's scary. Like, girl, you need to eat some food or something. You cannot be like I said, she was not. Like, she was tiny already.
Right, it's like, that's dangerous.
Right.
Especially
And so I don't know if hers was like a glucose thing or maybe, you know, just the fact that she's been either trying to lose weight or not eating or something like that. So we had the ambulance called, and we've had a lot of weird things going on there. Some fun, interesting stories. I had a flyer who lost their grill in the wind tunnel. And it was metal, so we had to shut the wind tunnel down because everything recirculates back around. So we had to shut it down, and we had to go inspect all the areas of where the wind goes to try to find her grill. And yes, it was mangled, so she is not able to put it back in her mouth if she wanted to. So that was something that was interesting. Oh my god, I have a cute little story. This is another reason why I love my job. Okay. Aside from like, I have so many stories I could probably tell because like been working so much in so many classes. One real quick, did have one older lady who she's gonna come back and keep coming back and flying because she flew one time before, but I was taking her in, and she's like, yeah, I don't know if I really want to do too much of turns or whatnot, because I might get sick and stuff like that. And I was like, well, let's just do certain things. And I started coaching her on how to do turns forward and backward and whatnot. And she got out and she loved it. She was super happy, jumping around. Like, she's probably 65 years old, and she was jumping around like a little kid. So that's one of the reasons I love my job. But I had this class of a full class, but there were some little kids in there, and they were kind of excited to fly. But then when it came down to it, sometimes the noise of the wind tunnel starts to scare them, because when you're outside of it and it's running, it doesn't sound as loud. Let's do a show. We have so many stories about iFly. But outside, when you're outside watching, it doesn't sound as loud as when you're inside the antechamber, sitting near you, actually getting ready to fly. And, you know, we do give them earplugs and stuff, but little kids, it's hard to get them in. And so the three little kids were already kind of scared, and I take one of them in, and she gets out and she's crying because I think it was just too overwhelming for her. Try to show it iFly. We've talked about that. I think we've talked about that a while ago.
Could not go in the tunnel though. I'd lose so many things.
Yeah, they couldn't fly in the tunnel. All right, see you later, little wolf. Right. She comes out crying, and I'm telling her, you know, she did great. Well, then because she's crying, her siblings are now like nervous and scared. And yeah, we gotta talk about the little girl that ran.
Oh my god,
that was hilarious. But so I'm kind of flying them at, like, they had the high flights where we fly them up higher, and they didn't know if they wanted to do it. And so the one, I'm like telling her, hey, what we'll do is let's start off slow. I'll go up a little bit, and we'll go up a little bit higher, and I'll go up even higher. And if you're not liking it, you give me the thumbs down while we're doing it. And she agrees to that, and I start doing it, and she flies it, she gets out. She didn't give me the thumbs down, but she's like half crying again, which then makes her younger siblings go, that the littlest one, who probably, like, if I stand up, she probably was like this tall to me. Like, she just barely came up to my waist. I think she was probably 5 years old. And she was not feeling it, And I told her, I was like, I'll hold on to you. We don't have to do the high flight. I'll just be holding on to you. You only have one more turn. Let's get you in and whatnot. And so after some coaxing, she finally agreed to go back in. And what's funny is those kids flew great. They flew really well when they were doing it. And I can't remember what happened. She just was not happy. She gets out and she had extra time, so we gave it to her older sister, who agreed to do like the third time order. We get out of the wind tunnel and I'm talking with them, and I told the little girl, I'm like, that was brave of you. You went back in a second time. Sometimes kids don't even go back in after the first time, especially if they're scared like you, and whatnot. And I walk around the gear counter, and she comes running up to me, and she goes to give me a high five, and we do that, and she goes to hug me, and where she was hugging me, one is kind of an awkward place, so I decide I just pick her up, and she just gave me the biggest hug, and I just told her that I was proud of her, and she was just big old smiles, and I loved it.
That's cute.
You know, like she just came up to give the high five and hug, and she was the one who was crying in there, and I loved it. And hello, Tony. Discovered there are iFlies in my area. Now I'm getting all curious to give it a try. Yeah, they're all over the world. They're building them a lot here in the U.S. So almost every major city will have one at some point, I think. Detroit is just opening the newest generation, and yada yada yada. But Jerry would probably tell the story better of the little girl that ran into glass. All I know is I think she was running around being like, being goofy, and so there's the wind tunnel, and then there's a section where the driver's booth is essentially attached to it, and the antechamber sitting to it. And so she's running around the tunnel, and then the jut out part of the driver's booth is there, and she just smack right into the driver's booth glass, like just bam.
That's right. I love kids.
Yeah, just brilliant like that. So
I love that.
what do you like? Up and down? Where are you going? Do you want to go down? No, jump this way.
You have 3 on a cruise ship right now?
Yes.
Oh my god, cruise ships are wild to me, anyways, because I can't fathom them.
Right now, I kind of want to Google it so you guys, because I said what's weird was what if there's a random wave, like a slow list, and you're in there flying? Does the glass come over, swing, and hit you as you're flying? I don't know how the physics for that works, or would you
oh my god,
move with it, in the center of the tunnel? That's the part that I'm curious about, because that's the one thing of physics I don't know if I would know.
Maybe I have to go do a tour on one now.
Cruise.
That's crazy.
Shit.
Excuse me for my yawning. I have been up since 6:45.
Yeah. The problem, well, not the problem, but the only instructors that really are chosen to do them are like very high level instructors. Yeah. So like here, look at this. Let's pull this up. Let's get this full screen.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got that, and then in the background,
I feel like I'd be so overstimulated on a cruise ship.
Let's go back to here.
I'm gonna
put it in studio mode. Screen share. Window capture. Okay, so boom. Here, let's pull this up, and that way you guys can see it. So here it is on a cruise ship, and they have like the wave machine, and in the background, then you see. Oh, here, if I move my mouse, my mouse doesn't show over there. But yeah, you got them flying in the background while someone's on that wave thing, which is kind of cool. Look how it's lit up at night.
Wow.
And it's shaped the way it is because of the recirculating air, so like those side tubes, and it goes back around and whatnot, but
weird.
It'll come back up. Give it just a second, unless it is going right now. Because it did that last time. You saw I did not click there. It was when I stop, when I transition out from the share screen, it just cuts it. It cuts the live stream for some reason.
Now.
Yeah. It doesn't like it.
That is so weird. That is weird.
And now, look at this. The live chat is frozen there, too. So as soon as someone types something, let's see. Let's go. Testes. Oh, wait, no. Someone said something new back there. Popped it back up. I was going to type in testes and...
Testes.
And I didn't have
1,
to.
2, 3 testes.
Yeah.
No, that would be something. Get fake genitals. Actually, I have seen things for that. Never mind. Don't mind me.
Yeah. See, maybe it's like a glass of water. The water stays still while the glass moves. But the air's still moving completely inside of it.
Well, if it's a fan, wouldn't that just...
Well, no, because the thing is it's recirculating around, right? So the column is going, and the air's still moving exactly the same in it, no matter what. It's still going to go straight up it. So now it's the person that's in the middle of that. Do they conserve that momentum with the air as they're rocking? Or as it rocks, is the person now hitting the side of the glass, and then it goes and hits the other side of the glass, and...
Well, I went to art school. I don't know.
When I doubled again.
I don't know.
Oops, that's not that one. Yeah, I doubled again. There we go. Oh, boom, there. Now we're not doubled again. Why did it not? Oh, because it shut down, and so it probably put all the settings back to what it was.
Yeah.
So that's what the cruise ship ones look like. But yeah, you have to be like a
Gold Star
trainer.
member.
I think you have to be a trainer.
Gold Wing.
Or like a T3 or a T4 to work those ones. And maybe it's because of the way that the ship is moving.
You had that 4 cities?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, a trainer.
Wow.
Trainer level 4.
That is rare then.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it'd be like. Like, what's the rundown? What's the training program for that then?
I don't know. I don't think there would be any specific training for it as much as they just want you to have a lot of experience. You know, so that right, so you know what's going on. Because from my understanding, it's not like you have a full crew of instructors there. It might be right. It might be like a driver and you guys swap out. Like it might be only 2 trainers or 3 trainers, and that's it.
That's the part where like I always get concerned at your job with the idea where people like, because you guys are like Disneyland except you're the ride, and people wild out. But like I said, you've had a great time, so I don't want to send that out.
Well, we got things to do though. Like if they wild out, we turn the wind speed down and put them on the net and be like, you know. Or as an instructor, if they're going to be too crazy, I can kick them out of the wind tunnel and say, look, you either hold still and do what you're told, or I don't fly you again. As an instructor, I have every right to do that. If they're going to be a jerk off in there, I ain't flying you. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's just not going to happen. I ain't going to wreck my body because you want to act the fool inside the wind. You know?
Yeah. It's just me being, trying to protect it.
Or like I said, we turn the wind speed down and you watch all your friends fly in the air while you have to sit down on the net, trying to hold the body position until I turn the wind speed up on you. And if you get back in the air and you do the same thing, either you're going back down on the net or I'm kicking you out. Even though I tell people that being down on the net isn't a punishment zone, which it isn't, because that's where we teach people how to do the maneuvers. But if you're going to act a fool, yeah, that's going to be your punishment zone. You're going down there. Anyways. Yeah. But Jerry probably has a lot of good stories, too, that we'll have to tell sometime.
That'd be a fun little guest. Then you bring him on, interview him.
Yeah. So, tell me about this. But then we don't want to dish too much and get in trouble.
Well, you can edit, you can move around names.
But I had one guy one time. It was a bachelor party, and the dude, he was one of those guys who went in there and he was just like, thought he could try to do the turns on me and do all this other crazy stuff. And so it wasn't so bad that I couldn't handle it. So I side bodied him the whole time. He's just basically here underneath my arm, and he thought he was just rodeoing me, and I'm just sitting here like, yeah, you're dumb. He's doing all his stuff, and I'm just holding on to him. I'm like, whatever, I'm holding on to him. He's not getting let go. And so the second time he goes in, I tell him about the high flight, and I was like, all right, you got to hold still or you're not going up on the high flight. And he goes, okay. And I said, or if I show you the relax sign, you got to hold still. So he kind of acted the fool a little bit the first 10 seconds. I show him the relax sign, he's holding still. So I got my revenge on him.
Yeah.
When I did the high flight, I made sure to spin really hard. I was spinning him so hard during that high flight. He got out. He's all wobbly and stuff like that. And he's like, dude, and he gives me a high five. And so when we got out, I told him, I was like, yeah, you were trying to do a bunch of things in there that first time around, weren't you? He's like, oh, I was trying to figure it out. And I'm like, that's why I held on to you the whole time, because, dude, you would have crashed, you would have broke bones if I would have let you go. And I said, that's why I got my revenge on you at the high flight. And he's like, that was awesome. And yeah. Anyways, what do we do the 4th of July? I worked.
You worked.
It was kind of busy the first half. Wouldn't you agree, Jerry? Maybe like the first 4 or 5 classes were busy, and then it died off the rest of the day. But we still had some people come in, and I was so tired by the end of the day, so I came home, and it was hot. I was hot, so I just sat in front of the air conditioner, and I was a lazy ass bum is what I did the rest of the night.
He was hot.
And
I went to Michael's and I cleared out their clearance rack like nobody's fucking business.
He sure did.
I said, it's all mine. I don't care about these little kids coming here trying to rhinestone their costumes. I'd push them out of the way if I had to.
Yeah.
But I also had that store, 2 other people in that store. I felt lovely.
It was, no, because he was off and I worked. And what time did I get home?
I think it was like 7 o'clock. 7-ish.
Yeah, maybe 7-ish, because Josh took forever on the last class. So the last class was 5:30, fly at 6, or was it 5? 5, fly at 5:30, or 5:30, fly at 6, but we were out of there at 7. And, yeah, first 3 classes were booked, sporadic throughout the day, and booked the last 2 classes, yeah. And so Sabina was working, and like I said, I was tired from working all weekend, and it being hot. Like, I was just roasting yesterday.
Also with the dogs. Like, I remember I had some people ask me at work, they're like, did you go out? I was like, well, no, I kind of stayed with my dog because I knew that, like, he'd be uncomfortable, so I could comfort him. Because otherwise, Noki on his own volition will, like, howl.
Yeah.
Bark as loud as he possibly can at anything to start with. So if he was on his own with those fireworks around, he would have gone nuts. So it's like, I'd rather just comfort him.
Yeah, especially after he just got done with his little things. Yeah, they didn't get in until 6:15-ish, because he did take his time on that.
And then with Gizzy being weird, I was like, like, to me, like, I'm not dying if I don't see a fire. Also, from our area, technically, if we go outside, it would look like a thunderstorm, but with all, like, the booms and, like, all the sparks and the bangs and the fire, it, like, looked like...
all the booms and bangs you could think of.
It looked like thunderstorms in the distance, and I enjoyed that blend. I was like, oh, it's good for me.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, like, so there's an event here in the Twin Cities called Aquatennial, and they do fireworks. Target, being they're headquartered here, sponsors it. Yeah, the Bing Bang Boom Man. Boom. Target sponsors it, being their corporation headquarters is here, and it's like one of the best fireworks shows you will ever see in the U.S. I mean, I've been to a lot of them, and this one is insane. And I think it is in like one of the top ranked fireworks shows in the U.S. if you look it up, the Aquatennial. Downside is now, you know, it's on Saturday nights, and so unless I leave straight to downtown from work and like try to rush to where they do it so we can
Like it'd be me like guarding a spot waiting for you.
Yeah.
Because it gets packed down there.
Super packed. And they do it right off. They do it right downtown Minneapolis.
Right in old downtown.
Yeah, over the Mississippi River, and it's so good. And what's cool about it, what I really like about it, is it's always held around my birthday. So it's almost like a little birthday celebration for me. And there have been times where my birthday lands on a Saturday, and so there we go. Target goes, Tanner, you're fabulous. Let's put on a big old fireworks show for you. And I said, thank you, Target. Sponsor me. Sponsor me. Oh, yeah, right, you know. No, I don't know if I'd want Target to sponsor me. Although they do have their Pride section, so I could get the cheesy Pride clothes that they have that they do to just make money off of gay people, but...
You can go get yourself a striped jumper that has no body shape or anything.
Oh, I got a striped jumper that's got the 4th of July written all over it with a little bow tie. Jerry was with me when one bought it. Yeah. Hello, Dark Steve.
We've all made questionable purchases in our life here.
But mine was going to be for a 4th of July skydive that I never ended up wearing for the 4th of July skydive. Oh, I don't remember why either. Yeah. Hello, Mark Short. Everyone's popping in now.
Oh, hey there.
Welcome to the live stream that this claims has only been going for 11 minutes now, but we have been going for quite a while. We started at 6:30, so.
You look like Sheldon with it on.
I do.
Weird.
I do look like it. I wish I had it on here, so I'm going to have to probably hold the phone up.
Hold the phone, as they say.
For everyone to see. Oh, wait, no, I don't think it's in my downloads. I think it's
in his DLDM.
No, I think it's in my Facebook section. Because I have the one where it's like Ermagerd Sprinklers.
Yeah, I wonder how many that was not a cow tongue.
I can't see it because the blinds are kind of weird.
No, you look so cute. Look at that face.
Where's the Ermagerd Sprinklers? I like that one. That's a good 4th of July one. This was Irish Demon during PhD Tony's birthday when he almost burnt down his house. And then I have another one that is essentially the United States of America summed up in one photo where the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile overpowers the Statue of Liberty, but that sums up America right there perfectly. Like, America. The mayor of Americatown, yes. That was me in that photo. But that photo with the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile and the Statue of Liberty, my friend took that out in Washington, D.C. I think that's where she was for a parade out there, and I was like, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. No, exactly, that's how it would go. What did you guys do for 4th of July? Who all went out and saw fireworks? Did anyone start any fires? I hope not. We
just want your names. Right? We just would like to report you if you did.
Like I said, I wonder how many fires are started from Americans being smart with them this week.
Whenever I think of stuff like that, especially like in these times where we are running out of Greenland fast.
Greenland, that's a country.
Yeah, it's full of ice. But I really hope that like people like in that town that they like if it's like back in my hometown and someone started like the prairie on fire, I hope every time they enter a store they go, "Oh, it's you. Actually, the gas pump out there doesn't work. You can go." And like I hope like they go in line at the McDonald's and they stop and they go, "You can get a small fry today."
Yeah,
that's all you are.
Oh,
I would if I like knew those people who did like the gender reveal party who set off like the whole California on fire. I would be so petty.
Yeah.
If those people came around here and they suddenly came to this coffee shop magically and I knew their name, I'd go, oh, I was like, you can go anytime. You don't really need to be here, actually.
Mm.
I would shun them. I want them to feel shunned.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
I like that. Him and the Navy vets had a barbecue and drank while the fireworks went off.
Nice.
Yeah, that is kind of nice. I still need to.
That was done intentionally.
What?
As far historically about the Greenland having more ice than Iceland, it was actually intentionally named that way so the people who were searching for Iceland, because they like the land and the property for it, would send them off to somewhere else. I can't remember who did it and why, but that was like the actual reason to why they did it. It would be nice to do a barbecue though. Going back to what you said,
that's like okay. So we got to verify that actual fact. So we're gonna need citations for that.
I was in school when I learned that, so there's no good citation because it was a country school.
Yeah, we need to grill. I still want to go. I haven't launched off any rockets yet because we made. I don't know where it is. Oh, I think it's in the bedroom. I made Big Dog, right? I did that time-lapse video on YouTube here. We still haven't launched it. And we got to get a video of that launching for everybody because many of you watched the video of that being made. And there's a couple other rockets that I have made that we haven't launched since last summer.
Yeah, near the end, we kind of just went like, these are the ones we want to launch.
Right. Well, and then some of it too is because the corn was super high and the soybean ended up getting really high too, where we went and launched that it was getting too hard to go hiking through it. And so now we should have went earlier this year.
Yes. Thank you, Rob Parks.
I always thought Greenland was called that as an advertising ploy to get people to move there from Iceland.
There we go.
Could be.
That's probably what it is. I would go with yours sooner than mine.
Yeah, so I haven't launched any this year. I was gonna go, I think Friday. There was one day we were gonna go when the winds were calmer, but I think that's when no, Noki wasn't doing crappy then still.
I think it was the day before actually.
Yeah.
It was something. It wasn't a Friday. I think it was like a Thursday or something, and something weird happened.
Well, I didn't have a Thursday off.
Well, I'm trying to remember it.
Anyways.
As high as an elephant thigh?
Yes, it was as high as an elephant's eye, the corn.
Oh,
It was very tall. Never heard that corn was. There were so many ears out there. They were all listening to us as we were launching our rockets.
Like thinking of videos. If anyone hasn't watched the video of your time lapse of doing classes, I would encourage you to watch it to get to the high flights. Because it's going and watching tunnel work is like the craziest thing to me still. As being someone who's been in it, it is so funky to watch because it seems like it's just people suspended in air. It's not really suspended, but like people in midair, and then seeing it sped up and then in high flights, it's like the funniest thing because it seems so unrealistic. Doing like you just suddenly see people like off their feet, going up, and then coming down, and then going back up again. But it is
very weird looking because like just sitting there and all of a sudden, boom, we're in there and we're going up and down with the time lapse.
The mechanics are so unrealistic. It's hilarious. I love it. So if you get a chance, and if you don't want to sit and watch the whole thing, try to find the high flights part. It's closer to the end. I just encourage watching because it's hilarious.
It's probably the high flights is probably like the last 3 minutes, or well, my demo is the last minute, so probably the last 5 minutes is where the high flights start, or a little bit sooner. But that's the link to, if you guys didn't watch the time lapse of an instructing first time flyer class, there it is. And it is like, because there's no sound, you don't get a feel for knowing that the wind's actually going or how much wind is there. You just see me standing and you see someone going in and laying down, and you can kind of see my shoelaces flapping around really fast in there, and like and pants moving around, totally random chocolate covered starfish. Okay. So if you guys haven't seen this TikTok, there's this girl who goes,
oh my God,
what'd she say? My coochie meow meow isn't pink, it's brown because I'm brown. Roast beef or whatever. And so there's a bunch of people doing spoofs of it where like one lady's like, my coochie meow meow is dried up because I'm old. whatever. It says something and like does flour and it goes fine. And you could send it to me, but now I'm scared if I put a screen share up that it's gonna close my OBS when I go to off screen share it. But it's funny, so I said, well, then I could come up with one that says, my tutor pooter is brown because I don't wipe well enough. Chocolate covered starfish. Something like that. My tutor pooter. God. Because I don't wipe. It's brown because I don't wipe. Chocolate starfish. Yeah.
Oh my god, that's too good.
You can play the audio. I could play the audio from it. No, I mean, we Googled it the other night and I can still play where it's like, my coochie meow meow isn't pink, it's brown, and I'm brown.
Also, she
roast beef.
She says it so casually. Like,
I know.
Meow meow. Like, she says it so quickly but so normally.
Right.
I love that.
And then the way she says roast beef is just like...
Roast beef.
It gives you a visual you're not prepared for.
Do you know,
It makes me think of Arby's right away.
Well, it makes me think of Nicki Minaj. I don't listen to her a lot, but she had this lovely line that says, roast beef curtains on your face. Do you want to taste? And I go, that moves me. It really does.
Does it hit you right in the soul?
Right in the soul.
Oh my god. Well, it's a good thing that thing's a tongue. Oh, he sent it to me.
It is a tongue. It's a tongue. It's not a toy. It's a costume piece.
Let's see.
I swear. Swear to God.
So I could turn it up really loud.
Roast beef, my coochie meow meow is painted between my butt cheeks.
Oh, dude, that's right, because it's the drag queen. So she goes, my coochie meow meow isn't pink, it's brown, because I'm brown. Roast beef, and the drag queen, what did the drag queen say?
Coochie meow meow is not pink, because I'm brown. Roast beef, my coochie meow meow is painted between my butt cheeks.
That is the most relatable thing I've ever heard.
Fruit roll up.
Oh my god.
Lovely. That's lovely. Absolutely lovely. There's so many out there of it, and I think you can just Google search like Poochie Meow Meow TikTok and you'll see like people's responses to it, and it's pretty hilarious, some of them that are out there.
If people just took like sections of like TikTok and like other viral video like comments like that, and then just made like a coffee table book, you would sell so much.
Yeah.
Sell millions. Someone think about it.
Yeah. Like, so then he goes, the dried out one, she's like, Granny Panties, Arby's, they got the meat sweats. Yes, they do.
I've never had meat sweats.
Oh my god. So, we need to talk about two burgers out there that will probably give you the meat sweats, but are the best things ever. So first, there's a place called Willie McCoy's around here, and they have a burger called the Widowmaker. And what's it got on there? It's got pot roast. It's the burger, like a garlic aioli.
Is there like a brat on there or something?
No, not that one. Now I'm gonna have to look this up so I can read this out.
Do you know the last time one of our lives just turned into a
Talking
food?
about food. I know. And everyone was going crazy about all the amazing food stuff. And see, you can tell I'm getting hungry. And because they were talking about barbecue, and so now I'm wanting barbecue. Oh, we should end the stream and go to Old Chicago. That's what I wanted to do today, because Old Chicago has really good Sicilian pizza rolls. And then the Italian nachos.
Forget you guys. You're leaving.
Screw you guys. We're going to Old Chicago.
Why Chicago?
So the Willie McCoy's Widowmaker burger. It's seared burger patty topped with cheddar cheese, pot roast, caramelized onions, white queso sauce, garlic aioli, and crispy onion tangles. served with lettuce, tomato, and red onion. Yes, that's so good. Then the other one, the other one is at Chili's, and that one should be the Widowmaker. And I can't remember what it's called, so we're gonna look it up right now. And it's the best goddamn burger you have ever had in your life. All right, we gotta use current location. Yes, allow. Just pull up the goddamn menu.
The goddamn menu.
Yeah, just get that goddamn menu up there. Let's see. Let's do order now.
Oh my god. They really make you work for this.
Yes, they do. They got one called the Old Timer. That'd be for me.
Can you just gum it?
Yeah. Come on, it's gotta be the Boss Burger. That's what it's called. Now listen to this. The Boss Burger, smoked brisket, tender rib meat, jalapeno cheddar smoked sausage, and bacon. So already you have smoked brisket, rib meat, smoked sausage, and bacon. You have 4 other meats on there before you even get to the damn burger. And then cheddar cheese, barbecue sauce, and ranch on it. And it's a thing of beauty. Let's see if it's like it's huge. It's just that should be called a widow. 4 meats on there before you get to the damn burger. That's how good this burger is.
Do you want to go out to eat tonight?
I do. My mouth is starting to water so bad because I'm thinking of a Sicilian. Look at the pause frame that's on there. Right?
Such a cute face.
Like either the burgers, Pizza Luce is so good. Oh god. But I've been kind of craving the Old Chicago a little bit more. The pepperoni rolls. Yeah, the Sicilian pepperoni rolls. And the cheese bread with the Italian nachos. Although that burger, I forgot. The brisket, the rib meat, the jalapeno cheddar sausage with the bacon. Google the coronary bypass burger at the Vortex. The quadruple coronary burger has 9,606 calories with sides. Ugh. See, and the thing is,
last thing you need, right?
I would burn all that off in the tunnel like one class.
That's true. Yeah, you would. Have that right after you get your
like colonoscopy.
Yeah. You said I just got cleaned out.
I was trying not to bring that up this week, but you brought it up. The food brought it up. Yeah, the food brought it up. The first one sounded nicer with the pot roast, the garlic aioli, and the cheddar or the white queso. That one is good. That's the Willie McCoy's one. That is really good. It is Monday, so it is actually half off burgers at Willie McDilly's. It is. And so we could either go get half off burgers or we could go to Old Chicago and get Sicilian pizza rolls and Italian nachos and that bread stuff and whatnot. Food is so goddamn
great.
good.
Great. Now I'm perplexed.
Bamboozled. Yeah. Sorry guys, you're gonna be here while this is how we decide to make or where we want to go to eat. You're witnessing it firsthand. You are a part of our lives. Just like we're a part of your lives. How neat is that?
We're here now, inside your mind, inside your place, inside your ear holes, with a face. That was great. That was great.
It was interesting toward the end, but
I did this a lot at work, and there was old men who were just staring at me.
I
I would just go like this after I completed a very simple task, and I was getting stared at a lot.
Yeah.
God, I'm hungry.
Yeah. Jerry got his man card the other day.
What do you do that actually get up and put a shirt on or something? I don't know. Men don't have a lot in my life.
So apparently the man card is putting on a shirt.
I just, it's guys don't have to accomplish a lot. I'm sorry. What is this man card thing?
So he fixed the door at iFly, and what else did he do? You did a few things that he brought in his toolkit, albeit it's pink.
That's
a toolkit, and he fixed some things. And so I said, "Ooh, you got your man card today." Yeah, I did a lot of maintenance thingies.
What, you want to come fix our apartment? You know where. You know what needs to be fixed.
Yeah. But
You
then
know
I
exactly.
took it away the other day. I can't remember why I took it away. I'm like, give me back your man card.
Oh my god. I want to point out for a quick second that I just looked at it and it was like that the coronary burger has 9,606 calories. So those 6 calories matter.
Right, those extra 6. I'll have to. You know what? Let's quickly look it up. Because if it's like that Texas burger that weighs like 10 pounds or whatever the hell it is, and I'm kind of like, eh. But if it's got like layers of other types of meat and stuff on there, then I'm like, okay, it's got something going for it. Coronary. Yes, that's how I have to spell things out. You can tell what I've been looking up in my adult life because I start typing in coronary and it says coronary disease, coronary heart. Actually, it's just probably the most common. Bypass burger. Oh, it's in Atlanta.
Oh wow.
Oh, look at that thing.
How do you even eat that? Like a cheesecake? I don't know.
Quadruple coronary bypass challenge.
It's so much. Just look it up, everyone.
That's like bacon and cheese, and if it's literally just bacon and cheese and onion tangles or onion rings or something, like I'm for that. You know, but I mean, like the Chili's one is still better with the rib meat than the pot roast, and yeah. Oh, look at that. Burger King used to do, what was it? They had one where you could get like the triple, the quadruple, or I think a quintuple, and it was like burger, bacon, cheese, burger, bacon, cheese, burger, bacon, cheese, and it was on a.
That was an option.
Yeah, it was something at Burger King. It wasn't very long. Oh yeah, you fixed the vacuum in the sprinkler system.
Wow.
Oh, see, the eggs I'd get rid of. I'd be like, no, the eggs. No. Remember, bacon is greater than eggs. And Chris, I saw you post that. He posted it in a plot hole stream, and I was like, I meant to mention it to you. Like, that's awesome that you said that because you're right.
I'm like befuddled by this Burger King thing right now. But at the same time, like I didn't have like a Big Mac until like 4 years ago. I'd never had a Big Mac before. And I think it was like when McDonald's was doing that, like for $5, pick 2.
Yeah, let's see. Oh, that's what it was. The stacker, the BK stacker, and I think that's what it was. BK's Suicide Burger, aka the Quad Stacker. Let's see if they got images. I wish I could like pull this all up, but then when I would share the screen, yeah, see. So that's different. That's not what it was.
That's TV magic.
Yeah, because no, I'm saying like the bacon's way on the top. I'm saying like it literally like was patty, bacon, cheese, patty, bacon, cheese, patty, bacon, cheese.
Damn, that's incredible. That reminds me, it's so fascinating to watch people do like the photo magic when they like fluff up like food for like videos and photos. I think that's the coolest thing.
Oh, I used to. So when I worked at Subway, my uncle did a lot of the advertising stuff for it too sometimes. And so there was one night where I was there for like 3 hours just baking bread.
Yeah.
Strictly for commercials. And then he would like, so I would have like, say maybe 8 dozen loaves of bread, and you would go through and then pick out like the 3 best looking ones to try to cut it for like the commercials to look good or whatnot. So they would use the actual bread and stuff like that rather than like the fake stuff. But like, yeah, it was weird. And even if like say one half might be really good. Maybe then they would use it for like, the 6-inch section or whatnot. But
Wow.
it had to be a specific color. Like the wheat had to be a specific color, and then the white one had to be a specific color too.
That's
And
insane.
if it didn't go, then it was no good.
That's like as versus at work for us, we like whip together something and take a photo. Oh my god, that's incredible.
Oh yeah, and a Tannerita. So yesterday on the schedule, I changed everyone's names. So Megan was Mego. Jason was J-Sonic.
J-Sonic, okay.
Joshua was Joshua. And I was Tannerita. And Jason said it sounded like he goes, it sounds like an exotic fruit. And I said, you're right. And he goes, well, I wasn't trying to take it there. And I was like, I know. And I'm making you feel uncomfortable by saying you're right. And then he said, well, it might sound like it was like a drink or something. So we need to come up with a Tannerita that's a type of alcoholic beverage.
Something with tequila. Or something that's like really buttery.
Why am I really buttery and milky?
Well, that's what you like.
No, I like sweet and salty.
You're physically hot to the touch, so maybe it needs to be a warm beverage.
It needs to be a hot beverage.
Because you are a roasting oven.
Yeah.
And it has to have bacon.
No, it would have to be like a drink that's cooled by like liquid nitrogen. It would have to be an overly cold drink is what it would have to be.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
where like it's like steaming out the top from the liquid nitrogen.
Can you like
or something like that?
Garnish it with like some like bacon?
Yeah. It would have to have bacon on there. What else would it have? Sweet and salty with a hint of bacon. Yeah. Exactly.
Get on it, Jerry.
So it could be sweet with a salted rim and a chunk of bacon. And then you would put a dry ice cube in there, so that way it would steam over to do the hot look thing.
A hot
toddy.
tanner?
No, a hot tanner. A hot Tannerita. Yeah.
This is Monday Mayhem.
It is.
You brought the Mayhem.
I like it. Oh, we are all over the place as far as we talk about things. It was last time.
It was pretty normal.
Chayse was pretty normal, he says.
The tongue. For reference. Tongue.
Christ.
I was explaining to my coworker about my how I.
Why has that got pink on it?
Because it's probably laying next to the hot pink lip.
Hot Tannerita, please. Oh, that does not sound good. That sounds very, very X-rated.
Yeah.
A glass of hot Tannerita, please.
Hot. Heat. Hydrated.
Okay, that was... Now you just brought the Monday Mayhem through.
I'm playing off of what Jerry has brought to the table here, so now it's you and Jerry wilding out.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Look at Gizzy. He's so cute. Look at him all sacked out. He's just done for.
Looks like a teddy bear from the
right? At least he's not pooping blood right now.
Oh my god.
Yeah. You can't tell, but it's like the couch sinks in at that spot, and he's just sunk in there.
Oh, he's twitching his leg.
We have to add Daddy to it somehow.
No, we don't.
Is the Tannerita served in a mankini? That would be interesting.
Well, you do have some fun underwear.
You don't need to know that.
Who doesn't have fun underwear? If you don't have fun underwear, get some fun underwear.
Yeah.
It's like getting a wig. Get a wig.
You know how they have like those like cups that are like the female body or whatever?
Oh yeah.
Instead it'll be Tanner shaped, and you sip it out of a squiggly straw.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what it'll be in. He's so cute. Look at him. And I gave him a bath the other night, and then Chayse brushed him, so he's just this like soft little poof ball and
a little fluffy
tail. Back out. I suppose we should feed them before we feed ourselves if we go somewhere. Yeah, a crazy straw because I'm cray. He gets it.
Or like in the words of
because I'm just all over the place. You never know what's gonna happen.
In the words of Louise, it's cray. 3 crays.
Yeah. You like them.
Like,
When it's more than just a like, it's a like.
I remember they used to be so serious as a kid.
All right. I'm super hungry now, and I'm going to get very hangry soon if I keep thinking about food and not eat. So I think we will bring this to a close. And I thank everyone for coming today.
Thanks for being here.
It was fun chit-chatting, and I'll try to keep this a regular Monday thing. Like I said, everything's been super busy and seen. Busy working a lot, and with the dog as being not so great, but hopefully they're feeling a little bit better. But as things maybe start to become more regular, then maybe I can start getting things put out as far as created content. I've been kind of at a quote unquote writer's block. I don't know if you'd call it that, as far as like what videos I want to put out. I do know I want to put a video out for Johnny O. I have another news report that I want to give him. It's just a matter of when am I going to do it.
Yeah.
And
also when you
not
can
be
go
so
outside,
tired. Yeah.
going to be tired, not being roasted by the sun, trying to get a video.
Yeah.
That sounds awful to me.
Right. So I'll try to keep in touch with everyone, but thank you guys very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for being a part of this. Make sure to like or comment or whatever you want to do. We're going to put on the closing screen because otherwise we'll keep talking, but we can keep talking as it's rolling.
Oh, wow. It's like they can hear us.
They can hear us.
It's like when we were at Johnny O. And we were in like the little backstage section of it, and I go, "Wow, we're like talking through screens."
Yeah, right.
Still fascinates me.
I think we got everyone hungry now because Tina's gonna throw a pizza in the oven.
I wish you would have a soundboard and we could have like the sound of sizzling bacon right now.
Oh, I know, that would be good.
That'd be so fun.
Tasty.
And then I'd love a bit of you going, hot summer side.
The eating sounds good.
I don't know about that. Maybe. Good night, y'all.
Well, that's when I had my purple fingernails.
Dazzling.
Chase can enjoy the eggs, not me. Bacon's greater than eggs. It reminds me of an old Married with Children episode where Al goes to the nudie bar, but it got turned into a poetry session by these women, and she's up there and she's like, my eggs between my legs, and then someone throws an egg at her, and it because they wanted the nudie bar back. They didn't want it to be this poetry hour.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, alright. I think you just need to watch that show you were talking about.
Married with Children?
Yeah.
What other time did I talk about it?
We talked about it a couple times when we were watching Golden Girls.
Oh, because of like some of the things that they bring up that maybe have been taboo at that time.
Yeah, you were like make references to it.
Yeah.
I like we're still talking about this.
Right. Surf says that he's gonna catch us later. Are you on the landing zone there for me, Surf? Catch me.
Surf's up, Surf. Did anyone say that to you?
I did post a surfing dog.
Oh my god.
GIF in the Discord. And I was like, get it? It was like the baseball. Yeah. Go pee. Chayse is going to pee. No sound for that. He's gonna go away for that. Skydive Baldwin Private Airport Base Bus. That's what it was. Alright. We gotta get dressed quick and figure out where to go eat before these places close, because I think they're gonna close at 10 p.m. and it's 8. So, see you guys later. Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Love you all.